Now, U.S. Congress District 1, which is a lot of Yamhill County up into Washington County and some of that area up there, and we'll get more on that in just a little bit. But one of our good friends, he calls into the show on a regular basis, and he's a good part of the program. And besides all that, he kills all the bugs at my house. And that is Jason Yates has an official announcement. Hi, Jason.
Hi, Bill.
How you doing?
I'm doing great now.
Pretty exciting day for you.
Yes, it is. Been building up to this for a while.
Well, tell us what have you been building up to, and what exactly are you going to talk about?
Well, I'm going to be running for U.S. Congress in Oregon's 1st District. I, like everyone else here in the district, are sick of what Suzanne Bonamici's doing. She's not doing anything for us. She's got a history behind her that shows that she's a failed leader at everything that she's tried to do, not only in the Oregon Senate, the Oregon House, and now in the U.S. House. Someone has to stand up, and I feel that with the plan that I've got and the contacts that I have, that I'm going to be able to put up a formidable challenge to take the seat back and make Oregon Republican again.
Well, that would certainly be fine with us. We'd be pretty happy about that. Jason, tell us a little bit about your background and what kind of led to this moment.
Well, I'm the service manager for Bug Busters. Lots of listeners are customers, and we thank you for that. And what I've done in the past is I have a lot of warehouse management experience. I've been a staff accountant. I've been a treasury clerk. So I'm pretty good with numbers. Being that I'm into numbers all the time, even in my business now, I study politics as well, and I'm just seeing how these numbers are stacking up against not only Oregonians, but Americans as well. 3,000 new federal regulations are passed by the Congress and Senate every year. How is a typical American supposed to keep up with all of these new laws? It's impossible. So let's simplify that process, make it easier for Americans and for Oregonians to keep up with what their elected officials are doing in their name.
Now, by the way, again, Jason Yates announcing today he is running for CD1 for U.S. Congress. You are currently a precinct committee person in Yamhill County, is that correct?
I am. I've been very active the last few months since I've been able to actually find where the meetings are at, because out here in the rural areas, you don't really know what's around you. So I've just really gotten strongly politically involved in the last year since I've seen what's going on in Washington, and decided to just completely immerse myself. I even represented Yamhill County at the Oregon Republican Party's platform convention and served on the voter integrity plank.
Oh,
and we were able
good.
to kind of rework that. And so I completely support that platform. I've read it all the way through several times. So if you want to know how I'm going to vote, look at that platform, and I agree with that.
Tell me again the whole platform, which plank was it you worked on?
I was on the voter integrity and election reform.
What was at the heart of that, do you think, or what was the controversy there?
Well, the big change that we made this year is that we wanted to take out that we don't support this and we don't support that. We wanted to make it more positive. So the main thing that we changed that was kind of a shocker to everybody that we put it in is that we support in-person voting.
Aha!
That ballot booth voting, because then you are cutting out all of the, I hate to say it, the cheating that's being done by someone else to try to manipulate the votes.
Yeah, and CD1, Congressional District 1, let's see. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. It does go into Washington County. Does it go into Multnomah County at all?
It does. There's a little sliver of Multnomah County, all of Clatsop County, and all of Columbia County.
And then Yamhill County.
And then all of Yamhill County.
Okay.
Now we know that Yamhill County, very strong Tea Party conservative.
Yes.
I'm working with several people here. Things are really starting to build up here. We're starting to be able to work our way up into Washington County. And I have some family that live up in Seaside. They're already starting to help kind of get Clatsop County on board as well.
Again, this is Jason Yates. It's Yates. He is running for Congress in CD1. As he just said, he worked on the Platform Committee for Voter Integrity at the 2013 Oregon Republican Party Platform Convention. Which leads me to this question, Jason, which has been such a hot topic of late. Everybody from Glenn Beck to Rush Limbaugh to Mark Levin to myself to local to national, whatever. People talking, disparaging the Republican Party. The Republican Party, oh, it's over, it's done. They're all establishment. They're all terrible. You're running as a Republican, so that tells us a little bit about what you think about Republicans. But tell us more what you think.
I am a solid conservative Christian constitutionalist. If it's not in the Constitution and it's not a power delegated to the federal government in those words, the government needs to get their hands off of it. It needs to be turned back to the state or even to the county levels according to how the state constitutions look. The big issue, Obamacare. That's not in the Constitution, and it's not something that needs to be forced on Americans. We've already heard Rush Limbaugh say day after day after day that 93 million people here in America are about to lose their health insurance because their plans don't match the regulations that is in the Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act. What are those 93 million people are going to do? Are they going to be able to keep their jobs? Maybe, but they're also going to have to pay much more out of pocket to get the plan that the Obamacare rules say that they have to get, or they're going to be penalized.
Okay. The other thing that to bring up would be, okay, you've talked about Obamacare. Tell us about the national debt. What's
$17 trillion in national debt with $100 trillion in unfunded liabilities. Let's just take what we can see right now, the $17 trillion. I called up last week and gave you that fun fact that if you were to take 17 trillion $1 bills, it would reach to the moon and back 2.5 times. Well, if you separate that and divide it into every citizen in the country, all the way down to day-old babies, you already owe, and that baby already owes $53,000 if everyone was to pay their fair share to pay off the national debt.
It's mind-numbing. Again, Jason Yates is announcing today that he is running for Congress in Congressional District 1 that is currently held by Democrat Suzanne Bonamici. Thank you for the question. We should have, Justin, we should have pulled up some Suzanne Bonamici just for Jason. Do we have any? Here, Jason, we have some special treats for you. You'll get to know her so much better with these little treats like this.
Okay.
There we go.
Pants on fire.
Yeah, so if you ever get called that you know that you're doing well.
I can deal with that.
That is Suzanne Bonamici. She said that to her last opponent. And
Thank you for the question.
She likes to say that a lot, too. And she has a certain deer-in-the-headlights look about her. So all you have to do is just look her straight in the eye and just go, mm-hmm. And it'll scare her to death.
No, I heard if you look her straight in the eye that you get hypnotized and you kind of just...
Oh, don't look her in the eye. Don't look her in the eye.
Oh, I was able to meet with her at the Yamhill County, or the Yamhill City Town Hall that she had about a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Questioned her about Obama. She was not able to give me a straight answer. Yeah. And if the citizens here in the 1st District have a chance to go to a town hall meeting, look her in the eyes and ask her questions about that. Ask her, has she read every line of Obamacare? Has she read every regulation that is referred to in Obamacare? She doesn't know what's there, and I don't know if she realizes that 93 million people are about to lose their health insurance. And who are they going to blame? They're going to blame the people that are still trying to force it down America's throats right now. She's voted for it time and time again, and it's partially her fault for the government shutdown. But she even said at the town hall meeting that during the government shutdown, America wasted $24 billion and lost that in economic revenue. Well, then the next day after that whole clean resolution, quote unquote, $385 billion was added to the national debt. And who voted for that? Suzanne Bonamici.
People like Suzanne, absolutely. Nonstop. Again, Jason Yates, running for Congress in CD1. Jason, why don't you now give us, so that every person listening, and by the way, I want to give a special shout out to you mentioned it, Yamhill County. I know I talk a lot about Marion County's GOP, because I live here and that's the one that I go to. So it's easier for me, but I know that the Yamhill County GOP is absolutely just great. Guys like, you tell me if I'm wrong, Nick and Alex?
Yes.
Those are a couple of super guys. Who else do you have out there that you like?
Al LeMay, Elena Conroy. They're all working really closely with me to kind of help me get my feet underneath me and get this campaign going.
Well, I want you to know, of course, that you'll have the full support of everything we can do here at this radio show. And we love the Yamhill County GOP, and I'm glad that they have put you together with Yamhill County GOP, have put this together. And I know that they'll be a big help to you. Why don't... Holy cow, what are you doing in the other room in there?
Oh, my mic's on. Huh. Sorry, I was sitting down.
Sorry, Jason, we apologize. He's so excited about running for U.S. Senate that he's now breaking things in the other room.
I know. I'm just glad you guys aren't running against me.
No, we wouldn't run against you. Nope. We're just running against the Senate again.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us, so that people know, your website, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. Give us all that information.
Okay, my website is yatesforcongress.com. That's F-O-R. On Twitter, it is Yates, the number 4 Congress. Couldn't fit the whole word in there. And then on Facebook, you can look me up under Jason Yates for U.S. Congress. Or if you want to just email me, it's jason@yatesforcongress.com. And then I have a campaign number if anybody would like to call and speak to me personally. It's 971-264-8063.
Fantastic. All right. Just tweeted some of that information out just now, and we'll make sure we get the rest of that out, and we'll get it on the website and on the Facebook page and all that. Again, Jason Yates declaring his candidacy now for U.S. Congress for Oregon's District 1, and we will talk more as things kind of start getting heated up towards the first of the year.
Yes, and just remember that just like in Marion County, you can also donate $50 to your local candidate, and you can get that money back.
That is very true. Absolutely.
And the donation button is on my website and on the Facebook page. I can gladly use your help and your vote, because even if you don't live in CD1, if I go to Congress, I'm still representing you with my vote.
All right. You bet. Jason, thank you very much, and thanks for letting